technicians to office dynamics, sales sharks, managers, and top tier leaders. Armed with full throttle recruiting, cutting edge AI sourcing, great job boards, recruiting franchises, and their groundbreaking blue collar virtual trade school delivering real world training and certifications. They slam dunk placements that are lightning fast, wallet friendly, and have zero risk for the bosses, while arming you with the edge to dominate. Please welcome Jim Nichols and Michelle Miller.
Thank you very much. And we appreciate all of you joining today. First of all, after that introduction, I just want to say, are there any questions? We're done. That's all we need.
Well, hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm here with my cohort, Michelle, and we're going to talk about the Blue Collar Recruiter and Virtual Trade School. One of the things that we always like to start out with is don't let the name fool you. Although we do a lot of work in the blue collar trades, we also do a lot of work in other industries. Right now, we do sourcing for about 125 different industries. So even though we started out in just the blue collar trades, it's much more than that now. And also last year, over 50% of our placements were management positions, project managers, service managers, operations managers, sales, accountants, things of that sort. So again, don't let the name fool you. And before we get started, I'm going to show a quick video that talks a little bit about us. So hold on. You know what? I got to stop sharing for a sec because I forgot to optimize.
Are you transitioning out of the military? We've got options to help you launch a career, start a business, or grow your future in the skilled trades. It all starts by learning a trade with the Blue Collar Virtual Trade School. It's our fast-track online training program that helps you earn industry certifications in high-demand trades like HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and more. All designed to help you get job-ready and prepared for your next career move. Ready to build your own recruiting firm? The Blue Collar Recruiter franchise might be a good fit for you. With our proven system, you can build your own recruiting and training business, supporting the skilled trades industry while creating long-term income and a positive impact in your community. Maybe you want to work for us. We're hiring. Join our growing team of recruiters who are passionate about helping veterans and civilians alike succeed in the trades. Prefer to explore other job openings today? Just post your resume on bluecollarrecruits.com. This is our job board that's built for the trades, and it's your direct connection to top employers who value your skills. No matter your path, we're here to help you make a smooth and strategic transition into the civilian workforce. The trades need leaders like you. Let's build something great together.
So with that being said, what we want to do is kind of pick your brain a little bit and get you involved in this a little bit. So what I'm going to ask you to do is respond to these questions in the chat, if you would. So we want to know what you're looking to do in your next life, your next career. And I forgot to mention, by the way, that I'm a retired Navy Master Chief. I spent 21 years in the Navy, and when I retired, I was in charge of Navy recruiting in San Antonio. And I went to work for a franchise company in Waco, Texas, and I've been in franchising ever since. So I've really only had two adult lives. I had the military for 21 years, and now I've been in franchising since I retired back in 1998. So with that, we want to know what you're looking to do next. So are you looking for your next career? Maybe you're looking for a project manager, supervisor, maybe a sales position. Maybe you want to get into a technical trade, anything like that. If so, put a number 1 in the comments. If you're looking for a side hustle, maybe you want to manage properties or flip houses, anything like that, then put a number 2 because we have something for those people. If you're looking for business ownership, you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to do it part-time to start and then move into full-time, or maybe you just want to dive in and do it full-time. Put a number 3 in the chat. And then if you're not quite sure, we still may be able to help you out. So put a number 4. If you're more than one of these, then put them both in. But we'd like to know what you're looking to do, and then we'll talk about each one of these as we go forward. Michelle's going to be keeping track of all of this. So the first thing, if you were a number one, maybe you're looking for your next career, looking for your next big job or whatever. We have a program called Boots to Blue Collar, and we could say a new mission, a new career, and we can help you. Some of you find your next job. We've actually helped place a couple of veterans with. We had one guy that was in the Air Force out in at Travis, and we found him a job with a fire alarm company in Sacramento. He wanted to stay in Sacramento, and we found him a job, and it worked out really well. Some of the careers that you're looking for when you get out of the military, we probably aren't going to be able to help you. We had somebody that wanted to get into the airline industry. We don't have a lot of pull with the airlines, but other jobs, anything that you're looking to get into, we may be able to help you out. So at least reach out to us and contact us to see if we can help you. So with the Blue Collar Recruiter, as I say, what we will do is, if you're interested, we'll connect. We'll do a short interview with you. We have a questionnaire for you to fill out, and then we'll go out and start talking to companies about you and see if we can find something in whatever it is that you want to do. So for those of you that, number two, you wanted to flip houses, or maybe you're looking to get into the trades, we have a virtual trade school. The virtual trade school is when you graduate from this, it's just as if you had went to a regular trade school. The only difference is trade schools now cost about $20,000 for a year. The virtual trade school for veterans is $663 a year. There are 8 different courses of study right now that you could go into. The really cool thing about this is, let's say that you start out in the electrical and you decide you don't like it. Well, then you can switch. You can switch to the plumbing or the HVAC or the solar. One thing to keep in mind right now, one of the big things going on in America is AI, or in the world is AI, all the AI. Well, for all this AI, they need data centers. And who runs the data centers? Who builds the data centers? Electricians. There is such a severe shortage of electricians right now. On Fox Business the other day, Mike Rowe, who's the guy from Dirty Jobs, he was talking to on Fox Business about the lack of electricians. He was out in right outside of Dallas and met 3 electricians that were working at a new data center that they were building, and these electricians were being paid $260,000 a year. $260,000 a year as an electrician. One of them was 28 years old. That's the kind of money that is available in the trades now if you take the time to learn a trade and go into the trades. If that's something that interests you, we'd love to help you. Also, if you're flipping houses, one of your big expenses, or renting houses, one of your big expenses is going to be repairs. Well, if you have a toilet that's backing up, instead of paying a plumber to come out, you could take the plumbing, the plumbing virtual trade school class and go to where it talks about toilets and learn how to fix it yourself. So a lot of different avenues, a lot of different opportunities for you at our virtual trade school. For those of you that put number 3, you want a business ownership, you want to start your own thing. We have a couple different ways we can help you with that. First of all, we are partners with the Franchise Recruiter. And as I say, I've been in franchising since 1998. I'm a CFE, which is Certified Franchise Executive through the International Franchise Association. Right now in America, there's about 6,000 different franchises. There's a lot of companies out there that you didn't know were franchises that are franchises. And they love veterans. In 1991, right after the first Gulf War, the IFA, the International Franchise Association, started a program called VetFran. And what it was for people getting out of the military, offering them business ownership in franchising. And a lot of the franchise companies in America offer severe discounts to veterans to buy a franchise. And there's a simple reason. A franchise is a business system. We call it a business in a box. And franchise system, the franchisors, the owners of these franchises, they realize and they know that military people, veterans coming out of the military, have followed a system for the last, however many years they've been in the military, whether it's 4 years or 24 years. We've been following a system. So franchises love that because they know that veterans will come in, they will follow the system, and they'll be successful. Some of the best franchisees that I know, and I know a bunch of them, are veterans. I know a guy that was in the Air Force. He got out of the Air Force down in Florida and Eglin, stayed there, opened up a couple of franchises, and in 5 years, 6 years, he was doing 15 million. In 10 years, he was doing 30 million. So a lot of money to be had out there, and there are so many different franchises that you wouldn't even think of. One of my favorite to talk about is a franchise called Duty Calls. Now, it's not the same kind of duty that you know. This is DOODY, Duty Calls. And it is a franchise, and what they do is they will pick up your dog poop for you. They'll come to your house and pick up dog poop. That's a franchise, and it's very successful because apparently there's a lot of dog owners that don't want to pick up their dog poop. So anyway, moving along, the Blue Collar Recruiter, we are a franchise. We are a job placement agency for the blue collar trades, the majority of the blue collar trades. And we have 10 franchises right now. And it's a great opportunity for those of you that are in HR, or maybe you were in recruiting. Maybe you just love to talk to people. This is a great opportunity. We offer a really nice discount of 20% off the franchise price. If you are looking into business ownership, we'd love to talk to you about this. So again, we can help you with all kinds of different franchises, all kinds of different jobs. But with the Blue Collar Recruiter, the great thing about it, it's a true work from a home franchise. What I mean by that is we don't require you to have a building. We don't require you to have a vehicle. You don't have to do anything. You could do this from the beach if you want to, as long as you have an internet connection. So if you're interested, again, we would love to talk to you about that. Finally, if you're still unsure, we'd love to talk to you anyway. Maybe we can steer you in the right direction. Again, I've been in your shoes. I've been there. And we know a lot of people and talk to a lot of people every day. And we may be able to steer you in the right direction or give you some guidance. And we're pretty nice. Michelle's really nice. She's nicer than I am. But we'd love to talk to each and every one of you. Reach out to us on Facebook. Reach out to us on LinkedIn. I'm sure Michelle has already posted our LinkedIn information. And what I'm going to do is now let Michelle, she likes to talk about the virtual trade school. And so I'm going to let her talk about that and anything else that she'd like to add. So Michelle, go ahead.
Yeah, happy to. I'm definitely passionate about the virtual trade school. It's a great platform for those of you guys looking to either grow your current skills, get into the trades, or like Jim said, if you're looking for a side hustle. Lots of different options. It also has the option for you to take an assessment that will evaluate where your current skill sets are so you can build off of those. It's really cool though. It's done through a simulation course where everything's relatively virtually hands-on through real life simulations in the workforce. So people who come out of our trades program go into the field understanding how to troubleshoot, diagnose, and repair systems, which is really rare compared to most trade programs where it's like a lecture setup. So if it's something you're interested in, we'd love to schedule a demo call with you. But outside of that, we'd love to answer any questions that you guys have.
So we'll open up the questions.
I want to know more about that guy making $250,000, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Hey, good afternoon, Michelle and Jim. Just a question. I guess I should have asked this the last time you guys were on about a month ago, but I guess in your experience with people trying to come onto the program, particularly within our case, whether it's like HVAC or electricians, what has been some pushback, I guess you guys have seen from these trades companies or jobs that are big in the trades but are hiring now veterans with maybe 3 or 4 technically months of experience within the program versus somebody just coming off the street just trying to be like a gopher, like go for this, go for that, and work their way up that way.
Well, I think first of all, and in my experience, the companies that we talk to, the majority of them would much rather be dealing with somebody getting out of the military than somebody off the street. Only because people understand that veterans are a different breed. I mean, right now, especially in today's day and age, just to find somebody that'll show up to work on time is huge, and somebody that will answer the phone. I mean, things like that sound so silly, but they are huge today because it's just a different breed of people out there today that they don't like talk on the phone. They only want to text. They you know uh, I remember one of my big struggles when I got out of the military was the battle of getting someone to show up to work on time, which to us is unheard of. But I mean, they they would say things like, "Well, I'm only 15 minutes late. What's the big deal?" Well, you're 15 minutes late. That's the big deal. So business owners understand that. They want people that are reliable, that are dependable, that show up on time, that are clean shaven. They're not anyway. There's just a lot going for veterans, and business owners understand that.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.
Benjamin.
Hey Jim, how's it going? I just have a question about actually like onboarding a company with you guys versus like offering skills. So, for example, my father-in-law, he owns a gutter cleaning business and a roofing
Yeah,
company on the East Coast. I actually just messaged you over LinkedIn, but he's got a couple locations, and he was like, "Hey, when you get out of the military, do you want to try to like expand this company for me?" Um, and so like what would be the process if I wanted to, onboard the company with you guys in terms of offering franchise locations?
that's a great question. And all you have to do is reach out to us, and we will call you, talk about it, find out which of our programs is best for your company, and go from there. But
Okay.
absolutely, yeah. If you reached out to us, we'll get back with you. Either Michelle or I will get back with you, and we'll set up a call and just go through the process.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. Wilkinson.
Hey Jim, good morning. So I was looking at the virtual programs
Trade
you got.
school.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm kind of a real estate guy. I also
Okay.
own some property, and I do a lot of my own work, especially in the electrical and HVAC realm. But that's only due to the fact that I have a good friend of mine who went to like HVAC school, did the
Okay.
whole
Yeah.
electrical thing. And so a lot of my projects is me and him, and I'm learning from him. I was like, man, what a great thing if I can kind of see what you guys offer and learn it for myself. So
Absolutely. And
for
for the price, I mean, you can't beat the price. Again, it's $663 for a year. And during that year, you can take as many of the courses as you want. You could start out in the HVAC. Once you finish that, you could go to the electrical. If you finish that, you could go to the plumbing. It's really a great program.
And I guess that's where my question lies. I know with that certification, is it like one of those certifications that's kind of actually recognized by whatever board that the
Absolutely.
okay.
Well, what'll happen with any of them, just like at a trade school, if you went to a brick and mortar trade school, it's the same thing. When you graduate, you receive a certificate of completion, which qualifies you, like on the HVAC side, it qualifies you as an HVAC apprentice. Then
Okay.
you would have to work at a company under a license holder for a year or whatever to get your apprenticeship or your journeyman. Same with electrical and plumbing.
Okay. Perfect.
But
Perfect.
now with our courses, you can get your EPA certification, and your what's the other one, Michelle? The
Yeah, so it comes with a 608 EPA, which is the refrigerant license needed anywhere you
That's a
go for
big one.
HVAC, they're going to require that.
Yeah.
We also have OSHA certifications for 10 and 30. So OSHA is a really big one. There's also the NATE certification, which is very highly recommended if you're going into the HVAC world as well. And then there's also a lot of professional development certification. So they're all nationally recognized. The EPA, everything like that, it's federally mandated. So we go through their system to get you certified. It's not something that comes directly from our trades program. We work in conjunction with them. Same thing with OSHA. The only thing that is specific to our trades program is we are accredited by the IACCERT program. So I can send that over, but it's a national accreditation that's recognized in all 50 states.
Awesome.
And also keep in mind though, Wilkinson, that the EPA certification and the OSHA, those are extra. You have to pay extra for those, but they're very reasonable. And again, it's as Michelle said, that's because we don't run those. That's through OSHA and that's through the NATE certification program.
Okay.
But yep. But we'd love to talk to you about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Lawrence.
Yeah, so what if you come over with the 608, 609 EPA certs? How does that benefit you coming into your program? And secondly, I think I put in what kind of equipment do you are you taught on as far as electrical schematic reading?
I would have to look at specific equipment. Probably the easiest thing is if you're really interested, jumping on a quick demo call, because I can actually show you all the
Right.
program specifications and we can kind of walk through that. That demo call usually only takes about 10 minutes, so it's not going to require a lot of time to go through. As far as your other question, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So you asked about schematics and then the EPA 608 and 609. We have a lot of clients of ours, companies that use it for continuing education. So if you're somebody who already has those certifications, where I think you could potentially benefit from it, is we do have these assessments that go in and they evaluate your current skills and all of the levels throughout that trade program. And it will tell you maybe where there's some gaps in your knowledge or where you could refine your skill set. And then it will build a customized program to that specific area. And so if you're somebody who, hey, I haven't worked on this particular type of equipment for a long time, or I'm a little rusty in these areas, you can utilize it in that way to kind of up your skill set a little bit and refresh your skills so that as you're going to the job market, you have that recent experience, that you have that recent knowledge on your mind.
Yes, as far as your license go, are they universal across all 50 states?
Correct. Yep, it's the universal EPA.
Okay. As far as let's say generator schematics, electrical and diagnostic, do you guys teach that in your courses as well?
I know they do generators. I would assume the rest of them, because it does get you to an apprentice level and any company is going to be looking for that knowledge in an apprentice level. But I can go ahead and send you over. If you want to shoot me an email, I can even send you the course catalog via email if you don't want to jump on a Zoom call and it can break that down for you.
Yeah, that'll work. I'm fine with that.
Good questions. Anybody else?
What is your placement rate as far as job placement for guys who completed your program?
That gets a little bit interesting. So with our virtual trade school, what comes with it is we help with resume building and we also help with interview question prep. We can't ever guarantee you a placement just because it does depend on your interview for one. It also depends on the location and area. So we do have clients in all 50 states, but we may not have a client specifically in your area. And at that point, we would have to cold outreach clients and try to bring them into our business, which is a lot harder than having you just apply through Indeed and getting your way into that. So we'll help in terms of, we'll help prepare you with interview questions. We'll help with your resume. If we have a client, we'd love to try to get you an interview and connect you with them. We can't ever guarantee that just because every location is different.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of nowhere and there's only a population of 12, there's probably not too many businesses around there.
Yeah.
But you'll be popular amongst the other 11.
There you go. Anything else?
I guess I'll ask another one. For your electrical licensing, does that include is that both a private or industrial electrical license that you get? Let's say I want to just get the license to do work on my own house. Do you do residential license, industrial, or does it cover both?
So with the electrical program, you come out as an apprentice. It doesn't actually give you a license because you do have to work for so many years to test out and to get your journeyman or your private license. So you come out as an apprentice level with the ability to go to work underneath a journeyman. That typically takes 4 years to get your journeyman license from that apprentice level. So you're not going to come out with a certification in plumbing or electrical. You will in HVAC, but plumbing and electrical, you do have to work underneath a licensed journeyman for up to 4 years to be able to test for that license.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Right. And a lot of that depends on the states as well.
Yeah, I gotta imagine there's some states that have ridiculous requirements and others where it's like dangerously low.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
We used to joke for a time that like with plumbing, there was a time in, I think it's Minnesota, where you didn't need any license to be a plumber. And we used to joke that you could plumb a house with a garden hose and no one would care. That's changed now, of course, but yeah.
Selling real estate, that still exists now and then, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah. I think anybody else got any other questions to fire away? Now's the time. Crickets, guys.
For the licensing, I guess I'll ask another.
Fire, baby.
The $600, is that a 1 year period you have, or once you pay that, you have access to all the courses, or is that just within a 1 year period?
It's for 1 year, but you have access to all the different courses. And then at the end of the year, if you want to renew, it's another $663.
Gotcha.
Just to give you a timeline perspective on that as well, most courses, so the plumbing, HVAC, electrical is going to take up to 150 hours to complete. So it is not impossible for you to complete that. Usually a 3-month period, 3 to 4 month period, you'll be able to complete those certification programs. So realistically, if you're dedicated, you could get through 2 or 3 of those in a year.
Now I know you say you're doing virtual classes. Most of these licensors, or to get these licenses, you have to be very hands-on. So how does that work doing the virtual vice and actual in class where you're actually working on the equipment?
I know Michelle loves answering this about the virtual.
So it's done through a simulation. So it actually has you walk into homes. It has you take off panels virtually. You're actually going to get real world experience. A lot of trades programs, they don't necessarily have that. They'll do like a lot of book work and things like that. But when it comes to really troubleshooting real life scenarios, that's where you work underneath the journeyman to get that experience. So you might touch equipment within a trades program, but you're not going to get the skill set in the sense of you're not going to get to troubleshoot effectively in like a real world scenario. Whereas this one you will. It will actually have you peel off furnace covers. It will actually have you pull up diagrams of wiring, have to rewire programs. It'll have you actually test, fan blowers and motors to make sure that they're working properly, and it'll work you through that simulation and makes you test out correctly. So you can retake those simulations as much as you want to get that experience, but it's going to be more real world based than just touching equipment.
All right. Anything else? Thank you guys for all the questions. We appreciate it.
You got it.
Ernest, back to you.
Hey, thank you very much once again, Jim Nichols, Michelle Miller. Their information's up in the chat. Do not be afraid to drop a line, ask a question, because especially like on the school side, if you've got your own house, you don't need a license to work on it. So the experience does not hurt. So thanks, folks. And I appreciate you coming in once again. Drop some wisdom, guys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See y'all. We look forward to speaking with you.
Awesome. Take care. Hey, guys, don't forget the end of day form, and then we are good to go.
Yeah, thanks, Ernie. Appreciate you, brother.
Roger that.
Yep. End of day form. I'll hang back if you guys have questions. Other than that, you guys are released. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Chris, I got a real question real quick.
Yeah.
So yesterday, once again, we're in this weird foundations flip-flop, right? So I think I filled out the wrong form yesterday. I filled out a foundations form still for the second day. Which form am I actually doing end of day on? Is it foundations or connections?
Yeah, great question. So what we're gonna do, I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see.
I believe it's all the same for both foundation and